welcome back to this week's episode of the Layla Hashem Show. I am your host, Layla Hashem, and tonight we're going to be talking about a controversial topic, feminism. So last week, I was out with a friend. I was complaining. I was like, oh my God, my legs are so sore. She's like, what'd you do? I was like, I went to the gym last night. I think I overdid it with the weights. I can't freaking walk. So my friend goes, what? Girls don't lift that much. Girls will lift like 10, 20 pounds. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about feminism in my next podcast. So what is feminism? Feminism. The belief that women are and should be treated as potential intellectual equals and social equals to men. These people can either be male or female human beings, although the ideology is commonly and perhaps falsely associated mainly with women. Thank you, Urban Dictionary. Thank you. You don't need to be a girl to be a feminist. Feminism is about equality, not a particular gender. The history of the modern Western feminist movements is divided into 3 waves. Each is described as dealing with different aspects of the same feminist issues. The first wave refers to the movement of the 19th through early 20th centuries, which dealt mainly with suffrage, working conditions, and educational rights for women and girls. The second wave, which was from the 1960s to the 1980s, dealt with the inequality of laws, as well as cultural inequalities and the role of women in society. The third wave of feminism, which was the late 1980s to the early 2000s, is seen as both a continuation of the second wave and a response to the perceived failures. So yes, a lot has changed for women since the first wave movement. However, women and men are still not equal. People are so blinded by their ignorance that they fail to recognize that. A teenage boy will come up to you and be like, hey, you should be happy. Women can vote. 30 years ago, they couldn't vote. Blah, blah, blah. But I want to vote him off the planet because the fact that I can vote does not change the fact that in America, when a man earns $1, a woman earns 77 cents for doing the same job. In the UK, 80% of regular domestic violence victims are women, and 2 women a week are killed by a male partner or former partner. In Saudi Arabia, women cannot drive because it's illegal. Globally, girls are almost 3 times more likely to not go to school than boys. And yet, women are the first ones to tell you that they aren't feminists, that they don't support feminism. From birth, children are socialized to conform to specific gender roles based on their biological sex and the gender to which they are assigned. The term gender role refers to society's concept of how men and women are expected to act and behave. Gender roles are based on norms or standards created by society. Stereotypically, masculine roles have been associated with strength, aggression, and dominance, while feminine roles have been associated with passivity, nurturing, and inferiority. Gender stereotypes form the basis of sexism or the prejudiced beliefs that value males over females. So, to cut it short, these expectations and standards are There are females who aspire to be historians, judges, scientists. Should they be told that they aren't suited for these positions because they are female, and that they should instead start having babies and stay at home because this is what they're suited for? The idea that there are natural gender roles creates a situation that is extremely limiting for anyone who doesn't fit, and this is a large part of why most feminists see the idea of gender roles as a problem. And that is all for this week's episode of the Layla Hashem Show. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you tune in next week to listen to me talk about more things that bother me.